Yo, what's up guys, Jared here, and today I'm going to be going over Showmaker VOD, and it will be him playing Tristana. Now, he plays a lot of champs. This isn't really something he's been spamming, but it's a pick I personally really like and have a lot of experience with. It's a really fun champion to play, and it's also really effective in the meta right now. Marksmans are getting played a lot. The Lucian, the Tristana tend to be pretty safe. They have decent early and pretty good scaling as well. And yeah, well, let's jump right into it. Actually, hold on. This is his main account. For some reason, the replay was bugged, so I have to go over and do one from his smurf, which he's currently in Masters right now. So it's kind of a low MMR game for him, but the person who he was laning against is smurfing. So I think it's still a pretty good showcase of what the Tristana pick can do and how you should be approaching it. Alright, so jumping right into the game. We got Tristana versus Zoe here. He's taking the cleanse. Don't be afraid when laning against stuff, like because there's the Rise Root, Hecarim Fear, Zoe Bubble. Generally, the rule I like to go is if there's two forms of like hard CC that can catch you out, whether it be like a Sejuani ulti, Rise Root. Generally, like once it adds up to two, like an Elise Cocoon or something, I like to take Cleanse. But yeah, that's just something to note. His runes, he's going to be running Hail of Blades here, and really nothing too crazy out of his primary runes. In his secondary runes, he's going to be taking Inspiration with Biscuits and Cosmic Insight. Now, the Cosmic Insight is something that I honestly just discovered today, but now that I've been looking at it more, I actually really like it. It takes about, I guess I can look right here, it takes 45 seconds, 46 seconds off of your flash, and it actually puts your cleanse below 180 seconds. I'm gonna pause it here to talk about this, and the reason why that's honestly like really good is Ignite is only an 180-second cooldown. That means every single time you get ignited, you could just instantly cleanse it and cancel it out, which is honestly really helpful. But all right, now going into the lane. Wait, all right. I guess this is why Showmaker's a world champion, man. I've never seen anybody do that before. So he just started W, waited for the Zoe to use her Q, and then just jumped in on her, and he was using the Hail of Blades passive to trade. It's really cool. It's a really good usage of it. Now he hits level 2, just hops in, has the level 2 advantage. But it's a really nice way. He starts the W, waits for the Zoe. Every Zoe generally is just going to throw her Q back, hit the wave, and as soon as she does that, he knows he can win the trade because he has the Hail of Blades for the easy autos. Now his W's coming up right now. So this is one thing I want to note here too real quick is try and keep an eye. I'm not blocking it this time like I was in my last video. You can see it here. But try and keep in mind the W and E timer. You know, it's not like he's just jumping in off cooldown. Because I think that's one thing to notice that people may miss out. Like you'll watch the VOD and then you get in game and you're kind of confused. It's like, do I just jump in off cooldown? You know, that kind of thing. So kind of notice, you know, it's not like he's just leaping in off of cooldown trying to take trades. And pushed in a stack wave. Oh my god, somebody call LS, man. LS is getting a tingly feeling and he doesn't know why right now, and Showmaker's taking a cheater recall. So this is actually really good. So basically what he did there was he took advantage of the priority he had. He fast shoved in the wave on a stacked wave so the Zoe couldn't back. And because he shoved in the wave right here, The Zoe can't reset as well, and then the Tristana gets the time to get back. He gets the coal. Now the one downside to this is scuttles are up, and he's not going to have first priority to the scuttle fight. But generally, your jungler should be able to recognize that. And Udyr is actually going to fall to the Zoe, and looking pretty bad. Showmaker's going to be able to get in, get his W reset, hop on out. And he still has his flash. There goes his flash. It was a pretty good flash. It might seem silly because he flashed at such a low HP, but I assume that was on purpose, because if he flashes all the way back here, the Zoe can get the W, chase him down. You never want to flash away from a Zoe unless you know like you're going to be safe, because then she's just gonna pick it up and keep chasing you. Just one thing to note about the Zoe matchup. He's a little bit low HP here. The Zoe has no sums though. I assume he's just gonna try and safely push this out. Probably look for another base. Oh, Udyr with the gank. Goes in. He's got the reset. So he picks up the Everfrost. He's getting a little bit low. It's a nice flash by Udyr to get the stun. Really sick mechanical outplay by the Udyr. The way he clicked his flash and just right-clicked on her with Bear Stance. I like it. Alright, how much gold does he have? He has 900. Might just go for a pickaxe here. Maybe we'll go for some components and a pink ward. Something like that. Okay, he goes for the double sword refill pot pink ward. So another thing to note here, he will be going for the Kraken Slayer. Works really well with Hail of Blades. And then second item, you'll go Phantom Dancer. The new changed Phantom Dancer that gives you AD now works super well second, because it allows you to gain the bonus attack speed from the passive as your Hail of Blades is ending. So you kind of keep that bonus attack speed that you get from Hail of Blades going, and it feels really nice. And that mixed with the Kraken Slayer is actually really good. Looks like he's just going to push this out. Sees Zoe's bot lane. Probably try and get a plate or two here. Alright, he gets to play it. Does he bite off a bit more than he can chew? Just ulties the Zoe away to be safe. Smart. He doesn't want to take too many risks here. His cleanse is coming up. Ha! Wait, I've never really seen the skin before. Look at this. The skin, he shoots out little penguins. It's cute. The sound effects on this skin honestly really annoy me though. Alright, enough being distracted. A little bit of a skirmish going on in the bot side river. Really good target selection. He knows the Hecarim has no way to get out. Uses his abilities on it. He uses W, but he wasn't able to actually pop the bomb. But Kai'Sa's coming around on the flank. Get the one kill. They don't actually get the Hecarim, unfortunately. It was pretty unlucky. He was one auto away from being able to get his reset where he would have been able to kill the Hecarim. But let's see how much gold he has. He has 1,600 gold right now, so... Game state's pretty good. He's got about a 13 CS lead He's going to be picking up his components for the Kraken Slayer here as well. Notice how he's not rushing his boots. You don't really need the attack speed from Berserker Greaves right away because of the Hail of Blades. You can proc your bomb just fine. You really just want the damage to make sure that your bomb's going to hurt. Again, notice, other than that, like, level 1, level 2 to get prio, he's not really just, like, leaping in the 1v1. Not being, like, super overly aggressive or anything. Which is something that a lot of Tristanas try to do. Definitely a trap I fall into myself sometimes. I need to make sure I take the scoreboard off because he's on red side. It's a little bit harder to see. Nice little sidestep on the bubble. So notice here, I'm going to go back 1 second and watch this. So right here, this is the difference in Showmaker and me. Every day of the week, you know, Zoe tries to jump on me like this. You already know I'm taking this trade. It's like, yeah, baby, we eating good tonight, you know? But his jungler's doing Herald. Top lane shoved in. The support isn't showing on the map. Alistar's not here. They have no idea where the Hecarim's at. We can go ahead and check here. Alistar's on his way. Hecarim's not, but Alistar's pretty close proximity. But, you know, you don't become a world champion for no reason. Realizes this, just dodges it. He doesn't care. He is in no hurry to make plays. Oh, now he decides to jump in. I spoke too soon. I guess I should have let the clip roll a few seconds. But, I mean, he wasn't overly committed. There was pretty low risk to that, as long as Hecarim wasn't there. Oh, Hecarim's trying to run him down, though. Oh, he gets the reset on his W? Really good WA to buffer out of the fear. Zoe misses by a hair. That's her flash down, though, now. He is so low. Oh, my gosh. Gets another buffer on the plant to knock the Hecarim away. He's a 1 HP warrior right now. Oh! Alright, the Zoe picked up a flash. Misses by a hair again. The Zoe has to be so mad. Looks like they're going to keep going. Just on the edge of the fight. He only needs 1 reset here. Maybe he can look to clean up. He's got the reset. He's going in. This man has no fear. Gets the kill. Hopping out. Maybe he has just a little bit of fear. He's out of mana now, too. But all in all, that's a pretty good fight. Team over-aggresses greatly, and they got punished pretty hard for it. But I mean, that just goes to show you how safe of a champion this Tristana is. He's picking up the Kraken Slayer now. Again, you know, he doesn't really have the Berserker Greaves. I mean, you can... I'd say, so if you take it back, I'd say always get the components first. But if you take it back and you only have like 900 gold, and you have boots, just go ahead and finish out the Berserker Greaves. But if you have enough to finish out the Kraken, just finish out the Kraken. I think that's a pretty safe guideline. This is now where he'll probably look to start taking more all-in trades. He's got the Kraken, he's got the bonus true damage. Hecarim's coming in at Mach 4 speeds, and he's actually going to get taken down. Udyr's going to die as well. Alistar took the kill somehow. I'm not really sure, but... This Ryze is going to be looking pretty scary as well. 3, 1, and 0. Enemy bot lane's kind of running it down, though. I was watching that. Set alley-oops him into the turret. Ali gets away with his life still. Interesting. He switched to sweeper. I'm not sure when he did that as well, but I find that actually pretty interesting that he swapped to that. I wonder why. Oh, is he going to get the... He's taking the blue buff. Dude, why aren't my junglers like this? Oh, man. A boy can only dream. Maybe if I win a world championship, my junglers will start giving me blue. Some goals to set, I guess. Looking like they're going to be setting up a dive here. Just jumps over. No one to be found. Easy tower. Notice this, though. How he's just pushed out the lane, and he's just been sticking with his jungler the entire time. Picks like these, especially like with the ADCs. This is... Mid is this... It's definitely a weaker stage that mid is in to what it normally is. But it doesn't mean mid can't carry. You know, it's not like the 1v9 role it used to be, but you can carry games by working off of your teammates, working with of your jungler, following around your jungler, things like that. Notice how he's just hanging around his team, playing around, or like supporting his team, backing them up. Now he's going to go ahead and get red buff here as well. Double buff Tristana. Imagine if anyone just runs into him here, they probably just die. As it's pretty difficult to run away from that. Let me check his gold. He's at 1100 right now, so he has his boots. Notice here, like, he has his boots. You don't have to back just because you have your Berserker Greaves to buy, just because you have your item. I think if it's like a strong item spike, you want to do that. But sometimes it's better to just stay on the map. Get the gold. Get the farm. Look. Right here, he pushed out the wave. He's looking towards top side with his support. Should be pretty easy cleanup. Kills the Rise. I don't think the Rise had to shut down Hecarim. Speeding in again. He's at 1 HP. That was a really good flash away from the Hecarim. I'm curious. Did his runes save him? How long has he had his runes saved his life. Let it be known. The cosmic insight. His flash would be down right here. Picks up the extra kill because of it. Another thing to note with this cosmic insight is taking those like 1-for-1 trades with flashes early on, like with these lane dominant marksman picks. It's not trading even because you'll have the I forgot how much longer is it? You'll have the 46 seconds where their flash is still down and your flash is back up where you can look to make plays. So, like, it's a worthwhile trade as long as you're consciously aware that, like, you're going to have the advantage as soon as your flash comes up for the next minute or so. Now, this Rice has no armor. I imagine if he knows he's safe, he can look to just, like, jump on top of the Rise, but doesn't want to take the risk. Going over, taking the red buff. Hecarim's going to go in here. Not sure why it's switching over, but we'll watch the Irelia try and make a play. Down she goes. Oh, here's the Rise. Getting all in. Yeah, and it's just... Man, this Tristan's basically an assassin. What's his item set? He's got the Zeal, so he's going into the Phantom Dancer, but... Man, once you get that Kraken Slayer, you are a dangerous opponent. All right. It's a little bit of a skirmish, just trying to weave in some autos where he can. Hecarim's trying to finish off the Kaisa, ends up just getting it Bit of a freebie. Leapfrogging around the jungle, cleaning up the kills. At this point in the game, it's looking pretty much over with. But I mean, just look how effective this Tristana is in fights. That's the thing with these ADCs. When they're in the solo lane, they're not... The ADCs aren't used to getting this much XP. Because generally they're splitting the XP with the support. So it just feels so oppressive once you start getting ahead on them. And just notice, I mean, he's done nothing special. He hasn't been forcing 1v1 plays that much. He's had some good outplays in the team fights, but that's okay. He just farmed for his items. Nothing spectacular, nothing special. I mean, this is just good, solid, consistent gameplay, and that's what separates the top of the ladder from just, you know, Masters players, low GM players. And definitely, it's something to think about. I mean, at 10 minutes in this game, he only had a couple of kills. He had like 7, 8 CS a minute. Nothing crazy. But with these strong team fight picks, you know, you just play for the team fight. Play for your team. You'll get your opportunities. You don't have to force anything. It looks like he's going to be making a play on the rise. He's 2 levels up. Uses the R. Kind of grief that a little bit. It looks like he might die here for it. Yeah, he canceled one of his autos, and he tried using his ulti to like stick the rise onto the wall so he wouldn't go anywhere to get the extra autos, but he ends up dying. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty tall task for the team. I'm actually just going to go ahead and speed this up here as... The Irelia is pretty useless, but with a Tristana and Kai'Sa that's fed, I imagine they should just be able to take it home. So we'll just watch this in 2 times. You see, going to the side lane, picking up the farm. And he looks like he's going to get jumped on again. He might be able to just one-shot this rise. He does. Hecarim's going to follow him. Kind of tough. Not really a 1v1 you want to be taking there. He insta-cleansed the rise snare to get on top of him for the trade, but unfortunately Hecarim was there to follow. Kind of a sloppy play, if I'm being honest, but it's going to take a lot of those for the other team to get back in. See, using his sweeper, checking, making sure there's not wards. And he's going to be getting chainsies. World champion, by the way. It's looking like I'm watching a VOD of myself at the moment. Getting flashbacks. But, alright, how many more do we need here before the game gets thrown? That was his 3rd time in a row pushing up alone and dying. Kai'Sa going in 1v3. She dies as well. Maybe this is the throw blue team needs. Oh, the Aphelios doing Aphelios things. Check back on Showmaker. Just farming it. What? Why didn't he take a red buff? Did he get pinged off by his Kai'Sa? Or... did he intentionally take... these are the things where it's hard to tell. You know, did he do that on purpose to leave it up for the Kaisa, or was it accidental and he just thought it wasn't worth it, wanted to go mid to get the farm? By the Kaisa go over there and taking it, I'm gonna assume that he didn't, or he meant to do it on purpose. Jumping away, a good buffer by the Alistair that interrupted the W, but then he has a good ulti as well to knock away the Hecarim. Gets one reset, hops in on the Rise, gets his next one, onto the Aphelios, onto the next one. HP's running a bit low. I imagine this will probably be the game, as they get the ace. But yeah, to wrap up, you know, the Tristana, it has, like, you can be aggressive with it. You can look for enemy mistakes to punish, but don't force it. You don't have to. Like, look, he only W'd into his lane partner in the 1v1 a few times. You know, I'm sorry, I just looked and my webcam is blocking the items and stuff. Third time will be the charm. Getting the hang of it. But yeah, so I mean, you don't need to be too aggressive. Let the plays come to you. Get farm. You scale really well. As long as your W's up, you'll never die to a gank. It's not the easiest to play Tristana mid, but I mean, if you can play any ranged ADC champion, you can play Tristana. It just takes a little bit to get used to her limits, how much damage she does, and like hopping in, getting a kill, hopping out, things like that. But it's not too bad. Closing out though, thank you for watching. Please sub. I'm trying to do a lot more YouTube stuff. I've uploaded some more recently. This is just something that I did a couple days ago with Doan B on Nocturne, and I got a lot of good feedback from it. And this is actually like really easy for me to do because I do this anyways. Generally once or twice a day, I'll try and watch some VODs of pro players, and it's really easy for me to just hit the record button and talk. Because I mean, I remember when I was a new player myself, or when I was like learning the game, and I started like seeing these guided VOD reviews and stuff. LS was a big one I watched at the time, and I wanted more, but you know, there was only like so much content out there. So I definitely understand, because you know, you don't know what you don't know. It's hard to see what you're missing until you know what it is, and if you know what it is, you wouldn't be making the mistakes, and it kind of helps to have somebody guide you there. So hopefully I can help you out. Follow my stream, twitch.tv LOLJSS. I'm trying to stream every day. Obviously that's not going to happen, but should be 5 to 6 times a week at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. But thanks for watching, and see you later.